All right, we got this week opponent South Florida as our last day for our seniors on this football team, and also our last opportunity to play at Sunlight Stadium this season. Great opportunity for us and great opportunity for your senior class to come in and really do a great job this week. It's an opportunity for us to finish up the regular season at 8-4 and to end on a great note. Excited because it's an opportunity for the senior class who came in the 4 years ago on the tough times at the University of Miami when the program was not where we needed to be. A lot of off-the-field problems, a lot of stuff on the field, and also in the classroom. And I think this, take a lot of, and I applaud the senior class and their parents for letting them guys come here at that point in time through a lot of tough situations. And those guys have really fought through it. They did a great job of recruiting for us, getting the type of players we need here at Miami to improve every year. And it's just so excited for those guys to see that they've done a lot at the University of Miami. Probably didn't reach some of the goals that they wanted to reach, but I think for what they've done for this University of Miami, just getting us from the public view, the school, academics, but also the winning games and doing it the right way when you play games on the football field. I thought it's been tremendous, for those senior guys, and you got to give those guys a lot of credit for what we've done and where we've been at and where we're going to now. South Florida is a football team that you watch on tape. A lot different than last year. They're a much more physical team just because of the style of offense they run. They're more of a two-back team, try to get physical with you, knock you off the football, and that's made their defense very physical. Coach Holtz has done a great job of trying to change the culture of the football team and getting physical up front, which is something that you have to do when you take over a program. Defensively, defensive coordinator Coach Snyder doing a lot of things up front with him, a lot of stuff, an 8-man front football, line up some odd defense, and try to give you fits that way. They're going to try to line up and stop the run game, which we've been doing very successful at, and say you have to throw the ball to beat us. We got to come out and play football very fast, very quick, be powerful on both sides of the football. But also we got to have an opportunity to capitalize on certain situations when they give us on offense and defensively. Special teams, they got a great returner, kickoff return. He's been hot lately. The last 6 games, he's been doing a phenomenal job of kickoff returns. Our kickoff team, like last week, going against Virginia Tech, they have to step up, and it's going to be a challenge for us. But I think those guys have really done a great job on kickoff of tackling guys and really getting after it. And it's going to be a big lift for us, a big opportunity for us to play this game. And you know what? Like I said, it's senior day, and there's nothing that's more exciting than having a senior day when you get on a great note. Questions?
About the senior class, just if you could talk about it a little bit, but about recruiting that year, you had fight.
There was a lot of things, George. It was a lot of things going on. I mean, we had the fight on the football field. We had the situation with Brian Patter, the academic things that was going on, a new stadium we had to go to. It was a lot of adverse, tough situations that everybody was using it at you in recruiting. Beating the program down. And I wasn't the head coach at that point in time. We're just going through all of those things. And then when finally the university made the decision to give me an opportunity, it just went on just grinding those guys like the Hankerson, the Cooper, the Orlando Franklin, those guys right there, those 4-year guys, and going into family homes and those families and moms and dad believing in me that I was going to do it the right way and that I was going to change the culture of this program, but also make sure their sons leave University of Miami is something that they can recognize. And if you look at what we've done, 5, 7, 9, and have an opportunity to get another 9 wins this season, go from maybe 6 in the conference, the Coastal Division, to 5 to 4. Now we're second in the Coastal Division. It's improvement. Now, is that where we need to be at Miami? No, it's not where we need to be at, George. But it's a lot of things that goes on because of those freshmen at that point in time, which are the seniors. Now, you got to give them a lot of credit in believing in me and what I was standing for at that particular time and which direction we was going. And that's why I'm so excited and proud of those guys. And this game means a lot to me for those guys, because if it wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't be where we at today. Greg Cooper, tremendous, unbelievable. Guy who's been through a lot, worked hard every year, started as a freshman. He probably going to leave here, if I'm not mistaken, probably probably one of the top 5-6 rushers probably in Miami history. That shows a lot for a young man who's coming back off knee injury. Playing a little bit, but not a lot. Playing a little bit is running the football and doing those things, but also giving us opportunity on special teams. I think his future is going to be unbelievable. His future has been great here at the University of Miami. And this Saturday we expect great things for him to happen in the game this week. So he's one of my favorites also because he stuck in it. He came to Miami when we wasn't where we need to be, and he was highly talented, highly recruited. And, anytime you have guys like that, you always feel good about being around him. And we have a strong relationship and a strong bond. And we will always have that when Cooper leaves the University of Miami and you have another chance at the next level.
Do you think there was any chance that he would play when you saw him get hurt last year already? I mean, if you had a guess, do you think there was any way he would play this year?
You know what? It's like I tell everybody. It takes about a year and a half to 2 years to really come off an injury. Where he really worked. And I show you something about Cooper. He's always going to be a worker and not going to let anybody hold him back to get back where he's at. And that's a lot of tribute to him and what he's done.
We've seen some encouraging signs from the freshman class. Besides Linder and Shannon and Stephen Morris, can you talk about some of the other guys like Asante?
Yeah. You know what? It's Barry. You brought a good question up. Everybody was wondering about the offensive line this season. And last year we gave up 35 sacks. This year, right now, we've only given up 14. But if you look at Shantrell, Henderson, Linder, 2 true freshmen playing, and then you got Jermaine Johnson, another freshman that splits time. That shows you how much we've improved, how much we're going on the right things, recruiting the right people, and doing those type of things. You look at another situation. I said tight end. It's going to be a growing pain for us at tight end, and we have to find some guys, and they have to pick it up. And Asante's emerged. Yeah, he got nicked, and then he was out for a little bit. Now he came back, and he showed some signs also. Kelvin Kane is another young man. When Colin McCarthy was out, he stepped up and did a great job of playing in the game against Duke. Guys, an opportunity to win the game. Tyrone Cornelius, another true freshman, probably is our best guy on kickoff right now. True freshman. He probably right now he's probably got about 10 to 12 tackles on kickoff. He's averaging between 2 to 3 tackles. Him and Aguado Clemens always on tackles on kickoff. So our freshman class is doing a great job for us, stepping up and doing and making plays, and that shows you how we're going, in which direction we're going in, because of we got some older guys doing some things, but also you see these freshmen coming in. We're hitting on the right guys at the right time. Even though that class, bless you, wasn't highly recruited, that class is contributing to the University of Miami at this particular time. They've given us a chance to do some things and help us win games.
Two other quick things on the freshman class. You talked about Kevin Nelson. Some of the young defensive backs, Devontae Davis.
Well, they just learning, Barry. They're learning process. Like anything, a lot of freshmen come in with high expectations, and we have them have high expectations. We want those things to come in, but it's like anything, you have to learn. Myself, my friend of mine, Rod Carter, we was both redshirted, but Rod Carter played 3 years. I started 2 years, but I played 3. So those kind of things happen all the time. And you look at Melvin Bratton, what he's been through. You go to Edward Reed, redshirted his freshman year, played a little bit the next year. The next couple of years he did well. So redshirting is not a bad thing. It's a thing that you have to go through because you're not ready physically and mentally to learn the offense and defense. You have a lot of excitement, a lot of confidence to play. But there's a lot it takes into it, and that's the unknown, the hidden factors that some scouting services don't see. The learning process of a young man, the physical part of a young man can be 6'4", 240, run 4.5. That's great, athletically talented and all those things. But now, the physical part of the hitting 300-pounders every day. Is he used to doing that? No. Can he adapt to it? He has to, for him to play as a true freshman. The learning curve. You got to learn certain situations on defense or certain things on offense, and you always have to adjust. Those things are a little bit different than most people always tend to buy. We're fortunate to have Shantrell and Brandon Linder to play. Usually it takes about an offensive line, fellas, about maybe 2.5, 3 years to really be where you need them to be at. And with those guys coming in and learning quick has helped us tremendously. I mean, you take Stephen Morris, another young man, came in January. 14 quarterback, starting quarterback, 2 out of the last 3 games got us 2 wins. Is that unheard of? Yes, that's unheard of. Usually you have a redshirt freshman, a redshirt sophomore at quarterback, and unfortunately we don't have those in our bank. Fortunately 2 young men left here that was backups at that point in time, and got another young man that's injured. Steven stepped up, He won 2 games. That shows something that we're doing at Miami.
Do you have a feel yet for what you have in your young defensive back, Keontae, Casey Roberts? I know you haven't needed them.
Not yet. I think they all think they're great, great football players. But it's like anything, when springtime comes, bowl time comes, they're gonna get a lot of work, and we'll find out a lot more about those young men then.
What do you remember about Colin first half?
Colin McCarthy. Oh, Colin thought he was a basketball player. Always thought he can shoot the basketball, and he's a very good basketball player. Talked about going out up there and messing with Coach Haytham and stuff like that, but always been a down-to-earth guy. We communicate by text messaging and talking on the phone at night a lot. Just about anything, food, what I should eat tonight, Coach, what you up to, just general conversation, and I have a lot of conversation with different other players on the football team, but me and him have those kind of conversations a lot. Mom and Dad are great people. Though their dad come down a lot. I've talked to Mom and Dad before in my office. They just popped up and say, hey, we just talked for a little, maybe 20, 30, 45 minutes, just in general, just having a general conversation. And he's very good friends with Riley Cooper, the Eagles. Guy who went to Florida to play for the Eagles. He talks about Riley a lot, right now, about what he's doing in the NFL. And because we talk a lot about different things, and sometimes his name come up, and I say, well, how is him and Dixie get a love? Dixie Cup. I said, oh, great, Coach. He said Dixie. He said he talked to him about Dixie a lot, and him and Dixie kind of on the same page a little bit, communicating and talking like him and Cooper. So through Colin, so he's a good guy, great guy you always want to have on your football team. A guy that's meant a lot to this program. A guy that's a senior year who changed from outside to play middle linebacker to better the team. He could have been selfish and say, I'm not going to move, Coach. I want to stay outside. And he's a good outside linebacker, but now he's starting to play inside linebacker a lot better. He's doing a lot of great things for us. And I'm proud for him and for what he's done of me going and asking him to move to the middle linebacker to give us a chance to be better on defense, in which we are in categories. We're a lot better than we were last year on defense.